Apologies for that slight technical hitch there. So here now we're looking at the foot design. Again, we're focusing on creativity. We don't need to draw the whole shape again because we know they're going to go underneath, I think. So we could have a series of cones like this with little flat feet. We could have pyramid shaped feet. We could have some spring style. Let's see if we can make this 3D, if we can. Spring style feet, that's something a little bit different. We could, what else could we do? We've got this kind of leaf shape over here. So we'll see if we can emulate that to an extent. And we'll have a foot shape that is something like that, perhaps. It's a fairly poor replication of that leaf shape, but it's different and creative from these ones. We could have long spiky legs, very thin, with a round top. We could invert these. We could have some kind of spike going this way, so a narrow top to a wide base. Let's make that one some kind of rounded cone. Just some curves there just to suggest the roundedness. So we can always just, if we wanted, shade a little bit on the side, a little bit there, just to suggest the conical nature of that. What else could we consider? That will do for that. And then over here, we'll fill the page with some ways of actually joining the whole thing together. Manufacture. So there is the obvious PVA, and we'll come up with some reasons for that in the next video. We could use bolts. And let me just show that again with a brief sketch, only a small one. Again, keeping your drawings isometric if you can, even the little ones. Just shows a level of seriousness about your artwork that I think they respect. And we could have some kind of nut on top. And there's some dotted lines to show the hidden aspect of the threaded bar. And then nut and bolt there. Just make that a little bit clearer what we're doing. I like the thought sometimes of using dowels. So again, we could have just a little sketch. These are all techniques that you should be familiar with. And we'll just draw some dowels, and we could make some kind of pattern with our dowels. And again, some hidden detail just to show the clarity of what's going on. And with all these things, we will add some labels. Dowel to locate different slices. So we'll say this one would work particularly well with this design, where you've got various layers that need to be maintained. Anything else I can think of for how we could join it together? A technique that joiners and fine carpentry makers sometimes use is called a butterfly joint, which can look really elegant. So if we make a feature of the two halves of our work now, and have this as a bold centre line joining two separate sections. So we would probably make it all in one, then cut it in half along this seam. And then butterfly joint works by having a second section of wood that is this shaped, like a butterfly's wings, that sits in between. And you have to be quite clever with a chisel to cut these bits out. But I think the end result that joins this half to this half with these two joints there, this is a solid block of wood, can be very elegant. Well, that's it for this video, because we've now got a page filled with creative ideas. In the next video, we're going to look at how we can earn lots of marks through some clever use of labelling. You'll notice all the labels here are just used to identify what's going on in the pictures. The next video will be focusing on how to gain marks from labelling for material properties and labelling for social, moral, environmental and sustainability labels. I'll see you next time.